Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
You're the perfect blend of elegance and style, and your ride should be no different. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid meets all your needs, from business to brunch and everywhere in between. With head-turning details like a sleek front end, plus stylish interior, and an available 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and seamless tech integration. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the new 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid.
Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 425, season 17. Today's date is April 15th, 2025, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to read a menu off a restaurant that was very famous on the northwest side of Chicago. It was called DeLeo's. But this menu is an Easter menu. How appropriate for this, for the upcoming holiday. So I found this yesterday, and this is from 1974. So I'm very excited. Also, I'll talk about what's been going on with me for the past few days, health-wise, and also a wonderful event that happened. Okay. Before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Pudding Pockets. I think that's what it's called. Yes, it's Pillsbury Pudding Pockets Cupcake Mix. And I remember this very well. And this commercial is from 1983. All right, so that sounds delicious. I can go for one right now. So just sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the show, folks. Thank you.
Introducing Pillsbury Pudding Pockets. The pockets everybody loves to pick.
It's a new kind of cupcake, got a pocket filled with pudding. Ooh, it bakes right in. Come on and pick a pocket, pick a pocket. New pudding pockets, so easy baking them, easy taking them, only from Pillsbury. Come on and pick a pocket, pudding pockets. The freshest ideas are baking at Pillsbury.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Pillsbury Pudding Pockets Cupcake Mix from 1983. I remember this very well, just like I said earlier in the program. I remember the commercials of it, and you can, whenever you see a Pillsbury commercial, of course, Poppin' Fresh is there, and then you poke his stomach, and he's giggling. So that's good. So, I found an ad of this from 1985. Let's see what kind of flavors they had. Here we go. They had, yellow cake with fudge center, Devil's Food with a chocolate center, and Devil's Food with a vanilla center. You know what? They all three sound wonderful. They really do. And so I don't know when it was discontinued. Probably maybe a couple of years later. That's how Pillsbury is with most companies. They introduce something new. It catches on for a while, then it just loses interest, and then it disappears forever. That's how it is. You know, the strangest thing, it was about Jell-O pudding pops. You know, it caught on, but then it just stopped. And then people are clamoring it to return, but it hasn't returned yet. And I did a podcast episode about that, which was one of the most amazing inventions, you know, for a sweet thing to lick on. Well, that's how it was. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to read a Easter menu from 1974 at DeLeo's restaurant. That was located at 5700 North Central Avenue. Also, I'm going to talk about a couple things that happened to me the past few days. I'm going to talk about that right now. First, my health. This is very important. I was going to go for my 6th chemo session, but they took some blood and they noticed the PSA is rising very high. Usually by the 5th and 6th one, it starts to come down, but it did not come down. And my oncologist says, he was very disappointed. Not in me, but what's going on. But he also says it's very common. So he's suggested, for my best interest, that we're going to try a second chemo. I don't know. I think it's called Jevtana. I don't know the medical term. It's cabazitaxel or something like that. I looked it up for the past few days, and because the first one I was taking is Taxotere. And when Taxotere doesn't work, you take the Jevtana. This one's a little stronger and has less side effects. I forgot to ask him, do I lose my hair again? Will I go for the second time? And I'll ask him when I go see him. I don't know when that's going to be. So he scheduled a PET scan next Thursday on the 24th. I'm a little scared because I'm afraid maybe the cancer spread more, even places that is not going to be there. That's frightening to me. I was very upset. He's hoping. I don't think so, because you would get symptoms of that. So they prescribed me a steroid. I forgot how it's pronounced, Personidin or something like that. You take that the day before you start chemo, and you have to take 1 tablet per day until your chemo's done. So I have to go another 10 sessions. So I probably won't be done till probably late fall or something like that. But if it's working by the 5th and 6th, maybe I don't have to go. It depends. He also said that if it doesn't work, the second one, there's a third option. It's called Pluvicto. You've probably seen this on TV a lot. They advertise all kinds of medications throughout prime time or during television. They said Pluvicto would work, but the difference is it's not a chemo drug. It's a radiation drug. And this is very effective. And I've heard, and I asked the doctor, has it worked for some men? He goes, yes, it's very successful. So maybe I don't have to go through that, but maybe the second one will. So we got to start all over again. It's a pain in the butt. Because if I continue with the first one, I should have been done by June. But no. So I have to take it every 3 weeks, just like the first one. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, but thank you everyone for your comments and your messages. A lot of people were disappointed and unhappy, but I'm not a quitter. I will continue to fight. I always said that. I will continue to fight, and we will see. And, people are very kind. They really are. All right. The second thing that happened was this past Saturday. I made an appearance at the Blue Village Vinyl Record Shop that was located in Westmont, Illinois. Andrew Derer, I think that's his name. How do you pronounce it? He invited me about maybe a couple of weeks ago. Before that, and he said, would you like to make an appearance at the record store? And I said, sure, why not? I wasn't doing anything. So this was my first public appearance, like that. And it was fun. So I got there about 11:30. I sat with a very nice lady, Kiddo too. She's an author. And we sat together. We laughed. We talked. It was great. And then I got a little crowded. And then people came by. Some people bought her book. And they also came to talk to me. And I introduced myself. They introduced themselves. It's nice to meet people in public because I see them on Facebook, but I don't really talk to, in person. And they shook my hand. They had some photos taken with me, which was very sweet. I had a wonderful time. I mean, I was a little tired, but that's okay. So I sat there till closing, which was fine. So that was fun. And I didn't sign any autographs, just one for the store, which is fine. So it's probably hanging there. And because I made some flyers, with my face. And that was great. Now, people have asked me, are you going to do this again? I said, I don't know. Someone has to invite me, to make an appearance, which is fine. I don't mind. If they want to meet me in public, and, Kit told me, you're famous. You really are famous. And some customers came and came to the store and approached me and they say, you're famous. You have a wonderful account. You make us happy. I don't want to be, I don't want this to go, be egotistical. That's not me. I just be myself, but I'm very grateful and blessed and very appreciative. That was nice. It was a great day. I had a good time. Hopefully we'll do it soon. I don't know. Maybe I will. I have no idea. We will see. Okay. All right. Right now, I'm going to take a quick break. And then when I come back, I'm going to talk about DeLeo's restaurant. And I found a 1974 Easter menu. It's going to be a lot of fun. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the second part of the show. Thank you, everyone. Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope, I'm not hoping. I'm back for the second part. It's a habit, I'm saying. So here's the second part of the show. Before I get started with DeLeo's restaurant, I want to mention one thing. Someone sent me a message that would you please talk about a restaurant that was located in Downers Grove called The Last Word? And I said, okay, I will talk about that briefly. And so The Last Word, it was they served according to them, the best fried chicken at the time. And that was according to a flyer. It was located at 925 Ogden Avenue in Downers Grove, Illinois, and the restaurant was established in 1930. And I don't know where this ad. Oh, the ad I got is from 1974, November, and it's all you can eat for $2.95 per person. That's pretty good. Children between 3 and 9 get $1.95, and you have all the fried chicken you like, and includes relish or salad, choice of potatoes, rolls, and butter. On Thanksgiving, they had smorgasbord, which is great. That sounds good. So I'm trying to find menus of this place, but all I found was postcards. Yeah, just postcards of this. And I don't know when it closed. Probably late 60s, I'm thinking, or early 70s. I don't know. I have no idea. But I wish I had went, because it reminds me of Whitefence Farm out in Romeoville, way south like that. Which their fried chicken is delicious. I love fried chicken. And so this is, if you have a request for me while you're at Vantage Chicagoland, and said, can you please talk about that? I will do that from now on the show. I will mention that, and because this will make people happy, and it makes me happy. So that's an example. So this man sends me a message, can you talk about The Last Word? I said, yes, I will in the next program. And I did. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. That's fun. So you could do that on the next show. I'll probably do one probably this weekend, probably Friday morning, I would think, because this weekend's Easter. I'm going to be a little busy. Okay. So right now we're going to talk about DeLeo's restaurant. Okay. Let's see what happened. Now, DeLeo's restaurant, that was located at 5700 North Central Avenue, and I don't know what neighborhood that is. Is that Edgebrook? That could be Edgebrook, like that. Um, so let me explain how I found out about this restaurant. This goes, excuse me, way back. So when I was working at a company, it was called Household International. That's HFC. You've seen the Cubs game, Household Financial. Excuse me. So let's see. There was a girl. There was a young lady. She worked with me, and I didn't know. And her name was DeLeo, and I didn't know. I didn't know about this place, and well, she was kind of rude and very spoiled. So that's the first time I heard DeLeo's, and then when I started Van Chicagoland years ago, people, I started searching for restaurants that closed, and one of them was DeLeo's, and then once I post a photo of this place, or a postcard or anything like that, bam, people remember this place very well. The food was excellent. The service was top notch. It was one of the best restaurants on the northwest side of Chicago. The people that owned it, I think it was three brothers. One was Angelo DeLeo, and the other guy's name were Guy and Rocco. That's all I got. And so, it's a shame I didn't do that. So I'm not sure when it opened, probably in the 60s, I would think. And it closed in the late 2000s or something like that. And then the place was replaced by a bank. The restaurant was sold. And it was a bank, and it's been there for years. But now I checked on Google Maps, and they tore it down, and now it's an empty lot. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Which is a shame. Okay. So, for me, I love Italian food. I really do, as a Greek person. So it's a shame I never went there. I never had the opportunity because I'm on the south side. So, but I found a menu of the place, and that's I was searching yesterday, and I was searching for Easter items, from Chicago. And believe it or not, I found an Easter menu from 1974 from DeLeo's restaurant. So I'm going to read that for you. Yeah, so this will be fun. Here we go. And the first page shows what kind of wines they have: champagne, imported white wines, mostly from Italy, like that. They have the desserts. I'm going to do the desserts last, but I'm just going to go through the entrees right now. Okay. Just a moment, please. Here we go. Okay. So here it is. The menu is dated April 14th, 1974. So that was about 51 years ago, yesterday. And it says here, as a prelude to dinner, this is what they have: shrimp cocktail supreme, Blue Point oysters, marinated herring, melon season, cherry stone clams, chopped chicken livers, and either chilled tomato, grapefruit, or apple juice. And a relish platter. Soups, they had old-fashioned chicken soup and also French onion soup. Okay. They had roast prime ribeye or beef au jus. This cost $7.95, like that. So can you imagine what it would cost now? Ooh, a lot. Okay, right now, not right now. Next, we have roast leg of Easter spring lamb. It came with dressing, natural gravy. That costs like $5.75. Also, baked sugar cured ham with glazed fruit. Baked stuffed boneless breast of capon with wild rice, stewed fruit compote. I've only had capon once, and it was pretty good. I like that. Roast half Long Island duckling with wild rice and cherry herring sauce. I think that's herring, spelled Heering. Then you have roast stuffed young Vermont turkey with chestnut dressing, giblet gravy, and cranberry sauce. And that sounds good. Sounds like Thanksgiving. Then broiled prime Easter sirloin steak with mushroom caps. You get a lot of mushrooms. Broiled prime filet mignon. Same thing with mushrooms. Broiled African lobster tails with melted butter. Broiled Lake Superior whitefish with lemon butter. Veal parmigiana. And baked homemade lasagna and casserole. I love lasagna. Oh, that sounds so good. Sounds so good. Your choice of sides of potatoes, stuffed, baked, whipped, French fried, or candy sweet. Chef's salad bowl, heart of iceberg lettuce, or molded strawberry fluff, or limestone lettuce. Your choice of dressings is French, Thousand Island, creamy garlic, or green goddess. Roquefort cheese dressing, 50 cents extra. They always charge extra for Roquefort. Yeah. And then the children's menu, that was cost $3.50. You get a roast stuffed young turkey with cranberry sauce, potatoes. I don't know if kids would like that. If I was a kid, probably not. And fried drumsticks of chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. And it comes with milk or ice cream or sherbet. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to try dessert. This will be fun. I'm having a little trouble here.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
That's your money saying it's time for a McDonald's run. Because with new McValue at McDonald's, you get more than you expect. Like buy a 6-piece McNuggets and add a McChicken for just $1. Your money says let's go. Get more than you expect with new McValue. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Just a moment, please. Here we go. Pastries, ice cream, and cheese. They had cream cheese cake, fresh baked pies, apple or cherry, creamy rice pudding. Love rice pudding. Oh, melon and seasoned, fruit jello, half a grapefruit, spumoni with cream de menthe. I've never had that. That's good. Spumoni, I'm not crazy about the ice cream, but that sounds wonderful. I would love that. Strawberry shortcake with whipped cream, brandy ice. Ice cream or sherbet, Italian spumoni, strawberry parfait, or you have sundaes, hot fudge sundae, cream de menthe parfait or cream de cacao parfait, and nutcracker. Okay. Beverages, they had DeLeo's private blend coffee, as much as you want. They had tea, milk, buttermilk, chocolate milk, iced tea, and skim milk when you want to lose your weight. When you want to watch your weight. So that's what consisted of this menu for Easter in 1974. I can imagine it was probably a busy time. People enjoyed themselves. They probably went there after church. All the kids dressed up, very nice, colorful suits and dresses and like that. Oh, that's nice. On my Easter, I don't go out because my mom cooks and we stay home. That's the best. I never went out for Easter. Never. Not even Saturday. No. We don't do that. Okay. So that's it for this show. To recap what I talked about. I talked about my health status and also my appearance at the Blue Village Vinyl Record Shop that's located in Westmont, Illinois. Excuse me. I was there at Saturday. And also I read off a Easter menu from 1974 at DeLeo's restaurant that was located at 5700 North Central Avenue. Okay. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, whatever apps you have, iHeart. So tap on the apps, click following. You receive a notification of the latest episode. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. Also, it'll be uploaded on my blog, vanishingchicagoland.blog. You list all the podcast episodes. You can sign up for an email, and get the latest news from that. Usually I print type stories, but I don't. I just do podcasts. So they're all there. Just click on the link and you can listen. You can listen on your tablet, your phone, on your desktop, anywhere. You can Spotify. You can listen on your TV. If you have an account, you could do that, or any other devices. Also be uploaded on my YouTube channel, Vanishing Chicagoland Stories. And again, people ask me, where do I find your podcast? Where do I find your podcast? You can find it on YouTube. Do search Vanishing Chicagoland Stories or my name, Pete Costanas. You can click subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And you can listen to previous episodes if you like. You will receive a notification of the latest episode. Also, be sure on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, Reddit, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay, that was fun. I will probably do another podcast episode Friday morning, not Saturday or Sunday. It is Easter. It's also my Easter. We celebrate the same time. So I'll be going to church Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night. Sunday I don't go to church. We just stay home because I'm going to be home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm too tired, especially in my condition. So it's going to be beautiful. Okay. So this is Pete Costanas, your host for Vanishing Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. Today is not a bad day. Also, one last thing. This is the last show of season 17. So starting Friday, episode 426 will be season 18. That'll be fun. Wow, it'll be 18 seasons. I've done this for almost 4 years. It'll be 5 years in March. Okay. So here's Bye Bye for Me, and here's a little traveling music from our favorite person in the whole wide world, and WGN TV legend, Ray Rayner, saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.